You're listening to Nippon Wired.
I'm Jonathan Cox.
I'm Filip Petrovich.
What about cooking?
Cooking.
Cooking in Japan.
That's a nightmare too.
That sucks.
That sucks.
The average apartment doesn't have much in the way of, utilities.
Kitchen space.
Space, equipment. Everybody's got to cook on those gas.
Right.
What are those called?
Gas.
Those portable cooking,
Right.
Camping
It's
stoves.
like a portable stove.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I come from Serbia. Most of our food comes from the oven.
Yeah.
And I came here and I'm like, well, I can't really make anything.
Now the best you can do is tea and something fried
Right.
on this tiny ass
Like,
little
your cooking will boil down to what you can do in a pan.
boil down, no pun intended.
No pun in pan and a toaster.
Yep.
That's it.
Yep. Which are pretty good. But what about Japanese toasters? That's a weird one, right? The Japanese version of a toaster isn't your standard insert bread.
No.
Sort of.
It's like
What is it?
It's like a mini oven.
Yeah.
You can actually maybe cook.
It's your best friend and your worst enemy.
Right. But the thing that's bothering me the most, especially about your place, is like you have a place where your dishes are, right? So if you want to cut up something and have like a bunch of like, things on there, you have to actually remove the dishes, put them on the floor, so you get a little bit more of working
Because
space.
you're dealing with like 1 square meter.
One like forearm width.
That's all
place.
you have.
Yeah, that's all you have.
I mean, I've boiled my life down to one bowl and 1 spoon, and that's.
Right.
I mean, I'm not even gonna say I wash that often.
I'm not gonna deny taking shots a little bit right now, but some people will find that as an excuse to always eat out.
I don't know who you're directing that to. I mean, there's no one else in this room.
But for all of you that want to cook, like to cook, it's possible. It just takes some getting used to.
It definitely does. It definitely does. That's another thing I wanted to talk about: grocery shopping. How much are groceries in Japan?
And they're like pretty everything minus the fruits
Yeah,
is pretty standard price, I believe.
yeah.
Like European prices.
Depends where you go as well.
Right.
What about comparing shopping at a convenience store to a supermarket?
Well, convenience store, you have, it's there for convenience, so
Yeah.
the prices are a little bit up.
The prices aren't so convenient.
Right.
That's for sure.
But if you're living a little bit in the country or in not such a big city, you'll have plenty of like local supermarkets you can choose from and
Yeah.
get pretty cheap stuff.
I mean, they do pre-packed lunchbox, bento boxes. They're pretty reasonable. I mean,
They're
you can.
reasonable.
I mean, I live on those.
Right. I mean, yeah, if you eat like an ant.
I do eat like some small bird.
Like
I don't eat a small bird. I
Right.
eat like a small bird.
I'm a monster, so I spend like one quarter of my salary every month on just food.
Yeah. But that's pretty acceptable for you, gym every day, working out. I suppose your standard sort of lazy piece of crap young person like me can live off 2 bentos a day, maybe
Right.
500 yen a
And just
bento.
like bentos, the pre-packed lunch, it's compared to the rest of the world,
Yep.
it's the healthiest thing in existence.
I
It's
think
actual
so.
food.
Yeah. It may look... People have a bad impression of pre-packed food, but this is pretty healthy.
Right.
Someone makes it every day.
Right.
Even
And
at a supermarket.
Pretty fresh, pretty good.
Yeah.
Like it's only in Japan, I believe.
I think so.
You buy anything that's pre-packed in Europe and you hope for the best. Like, okay, no food poisoning, I'm good.
Yep.
Yeah.
In Europe, you can't buy like pre-packed lunches. I know in Australia they don't have anything
we
like
don't
that.
have. You can buy a sandwich.
Yeah. In Japan, you can buy pre-made sandwiches with the crust already cut off for children's lunches.
Right.
It's amazing.
It's kind of sucky.
It is a little bit. They're super expensive.
Right. But just like when you first get here, you think like, all right, no problem. I have a month until my first salary comes, so
Yep.
I'll just cook a lot,
Yeah.
and I'll just make food at home. And then you go to the supermarket, and then okay, what's what?
Yeah.
Where's starch? Where's like, there's no English.
Where's starch? Jesus, that's a question I don't even ask myself back home. Where's the starch? What is
Yeah,
that?
sorry, I'm a grandma.
Yeah. Where's your yeast powder? What?
But just basic things. I was like, okay, I can speak Japanese, but I've never accounted for this, which is very, very stupid.
I think so. That's the one thing a textbook never teaches you.
Right.
You learn pretty useful stuff until you get into a supermarket and you have to explain what some sort of vegetable is in Japanese. Right. Yeah, that's a tricky one.
The thing is, like, most of the supermarkets have like this no taking photos and videos stuff.
Yeah.
So if you like pull out your phone to use the translator, if you're lucky enough to have internet at the moment.
Yeah.
And like you're trying to translate, everybody's looking at you weirdly, so you have to actually have a picture of what you want and show it to the staff, and they're gonna drag you around like a baby.
I've shown pictures of things I want and a translation to staff, and they still look at me cluelessly.
Yeah,
like,
happens.
What does this stupid
Right.
foreigner want? And then they just point me like, yeah, it's wherever I'm not. That's where the thing you want is.
My first shopping experience, I was trying to make ramen, so I needed to buy soy sauce, and you go to the aisle and it's full of sauces. Japan's is number one sauce country. Like,
You think soy sauce is one thing? Soy sauce is 500 things
right.
in Japan.
So I'm looking at all of those sauces and I'm like, okay, let's take this one. And I come home and then I realize it's not the actual soy sauce, it's the thing called dashi. Once I figured out like when their cheap packages of meat are in the morning, then it's a race. Me and the old grannies from the neighborhood are like, who gets the cheap chicken faster? Right? I mean, yeah, it is kind of a fight. And Japanese older people, they don't care, man.
Oh, dude, they've had a back-breaking life, working hard. They're gonna put you in your place if you get in the way of them and their half-price burgers. Right. A guy pulled out in front of me yesterday, and he should not have done that. I was going so fast, and he pulls out in front of me, and I was all pissed off. And I see his hazard lights going twice, just a double blink, and I didn't know what that meant. So I just went off, and then I let a lady in. About 10 minutes later, I saw the hazard lights again. I didn't know what that meant, but they do it to say thank you or sorry when they mess up. Okay. Have you seen that?
I've seen that, but
they'll do like on the hazards. And why is everyone doing this? They want to stop. I'm getting nervous.
I was too busy raging to notice anything.
Yeah, I only noticed when I let the lady in and I saw the hazards. And I thought, oh, they must be saying thank you, I think,
Right. I don't know, but still, frustrating experience. And even like, it's driving on the other side of the road for me. For the rest of the normal world, and
yeah, whatever.
It's that, and also like Japanese peoples have the actual TV.
Oh yeah.
Right next to the steering wheel.
Yeah.
So
I've been in a car with one of those. I was terrified.
Same.
The driver, she was putting makeup on, and watching like Korean drama at an intersection.
I've seen like I see it every day. Like the phone is between her shoulder and her ear, her head slightly tilted. She's watching TV, doing makeup, talking on the phone, and driving at the same time.
Yeah, and it's not even pre-recorded stuff on these TVs. It picks up channels like a regular TV.
The thing is, most of the car dealerships, when they sell the car originally, it's disabled when you're driving. It's only when you're standing in place.
Ah, really?
But car dealerships, when you go and buy a car, they ask you, okay, do you want us to enable it so you can always do it?
Oh, that's really a thing?
Yes.
Wow. I see.
Actually, our neighbor told me that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because, even Teslas can do it. but you have to be stopped. And I thought that was a bit of a standard. That makes a lot of sense, because all the cars I've been in, and we're watching like Finding Nemo together, going like 100 down like a freeway. This cannot be normal.
Right.
You know, we're just like, I'll look at the road every 10 seconds, you know. There's like a whole spectrum of responsibility happening out here, and like, oh my god, I hope they find that fish.